Depending on where you live, knowing how to make a roux can be a necessary life skill, and roux is the foundation for countless regional classics like gumbo, jambalaya, Etoufee, etc. And it's a starting point for sauces like béchamel, Espagnole, and pan gravy, among a million others. You can't make a real mac and cheese without a roux, so let's go. Roux is basically fried flour. You're going to combine equal parts fat and flour by weight and cook it down until it's the color you want. A kitchen scale is really nice here, but if you don't have one to measure by weight, you can ballpark it by using measuring cups and go with 1 part fat and maybe 1.5 parts flour. You'll learn to adjust that ratio based on how thick or thin you want that roux. To start, you'll need a pan, a burner, some fat, and some flour. The fat we'll be using here is butter, which makes a classic roux, but you can use almost any kind of fat or oil. The drippings from a roasted chicken or turkey is the fat we're going to use to make a pan gravy, and I'll show you how to make that in an upcoming video, so please subscribe if you're a gravy enthusiast. I have a 1/4 cup of butter, or a 1/2 stick, and I'm going to put it in the pan. I'm going to set the burner to medium-low, and when the butter's pretty much melted, I'm going to whisk in about a little less than a 1/2 cup of flour. It'll start slow, and depending on how hot your burner is, you may not see any real color change for 5 minutes or so. When it starts smelling like fried stuff but hasn't yet quite begun to darken, you'll have what's called a white roux. It's great for sausage gravy. But I'm making crawfish étouffée with mine, and that calls for a darker roux, so we just keep going. Keep it moving with the whisk. It will burn if it sits too long, and once color starts to develop, really pay attention because it'll darken faster as it cooks. Here we have what we would call a blonde roux. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes or so. It smells like toast. Now we're at the brown roux stage. It's been cooking for about 15 minutes. Kind of looks like peanut butter. The roux's thinner than it was at the white stage, and it has kind of a roasty, toasty, nutty smell to it that's making me hungry. That's how you know it's working, when it makes you hungry. I'm hungry. This is where we get off, the dark brown stage. It's been about 20 minutes and the smell is mellower than it was a little while ago, but it's super roasty toasty, and that's your cue to get it off the heat. From here, you'd probably go on to add onions and peppers, celery, whatever else is the start of the dish you're making with your roux, or maybe you'll whisk in a liquid if you're using it to make a sauce. But if you're pressed, you can make it ahead of time, let it cool to room temp, and store it in the fridge or the freezer. It'll stay good in there forever. Now you can make a roux. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If I was able to help you today, you can help me by subscribing to this channel and smacking that like button. I hope your gumbo is awesome. Peace.